You like my little new bean bowlie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah, we live. Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Pause, babe, pause.
Mm-mm.
Pause, babe, pause.
No, we live, baby.
Okay.
We live, baby. We live, baby.
Do it.
No, that's what you get. You say you ready, but you ain't ready.
Oh, you want to do that?
You say you ready? You ain't ready
It's time
though.
for some more couples therapy on
Yeah, you say you ready? Let's get it.
It's time for some more couples therapy.
Hey, ain't nobody. Hey, you got. If y'all go. Okay. Mic check. Mic check.
You already know it's a Michael's check and a check of a Michael's.
What you doing? Let's get it.
Let's keep talking
Hey,
to people.
yeah. What's up, everybody? My other half thought she was ready, but she wasn't ready.
I'm always ready.
Prime time is always ready. How y'all doing?
They can hear me. They got
What you doing, babe?
I am.
I should flip this camera around.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody? We surprised y'all today with an unannounced live stream. We back again with a little RealNesters couple therapy. We got some questions from the group. I mean, well, not questions, they situations. Hey, say hi to the people, babe. Say hi to the people.
No, this is how y'all gotta do it.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
This is how they teach you.
You gotta look here, babe. You looking at the screen. What the? Who do that? Does nobody do that?
All the Miss Americas. No. You don't know about that.
Nobody do that.
Yeah, they do that.
There we go.
You don't have it.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Anyway, how everybody doing out there in internet world, internet land? It's beautiful, ain't it? I see a lot of people starting to get a little crazy up on them streets.
What you mean? What they doing?
Up on them posts.
We only go out. We only go out once a week, if that much.
No, it can't be going out. I'm not going out again, you guys. There's something out there.
What you mean by again? How long is again?
I try to stay in the house. He drags me out.
Oh, ask him. Did anybody, whoever they live, did they smell like something in the air?
I don't want to talk about that.
Smell like?
We want to talk about other stuff.
Yeah.
We want to talk about what's been going on in some of the folks' life. Some truth is coming alive on the internet.
What?
Yeah, baby.
Because
all these people just stay at home and then they realize what real life is like when they ain't just keeping themselves busy.
What?
So we've been seeing some situations going on out there, and we today are going to talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
All right. Do you want me to do the first one?
That look better for you like that when it's over here?
It doesn't matter, babe. Anything you
All right, go. Bust the first situation, and like I say, this is from our group. Oh, wait a minute, man. Wait a minute.
As y'all see, we live. Live, all kinds of things.
Whoa. Okay, yeah.
The mic is fine.
No. Okay.
Y'all know he just wants y'all to hear him like he think he's Don Cornelius or what's the guy from
Love is so. Yeah.
Right, but anyway, first situation that we got our eyes on, you know, people be wanting some real advice from real people. So we go and talk to them the best way we can. And all you guys out there, you know, comment down below. And please support your family and friends that are going through these things because this is real life. Real life. Anyway, so let's jump right to it.
First situation.
I was needing advice on things me and my ex broke up. Me and my ex broke up for after 2 years together. We both had to end it because of our rough lives we recently started back talking on Instagram about how things were going in our lives, but he wants to get back together with me. We both was in crazy relationships when we split up. I had got involved with a man who was emotionally abusive and purposely got me pregnant to think I would stay around with him. The girl he was with has never supported him and was using him, but he always told me he loved me, and no matter what was going on with us, I always had his back. But now that things are dying down, he ended his relationship, and I've been left mine. He wants us to get back together. I feel I can't right now because the other dude getting me pregnant on purpose, he doesn't know because my mom didn't want nobody finding out about what happened to me. So at this point, I don't know how to tell him and what to do. I was planning on keeping the baby because of other reasons, but can someone give me advice on what to say to him or do? So to sum all of that up,
Yeah, I need a summary, man.
basically this young lady, and I'm assuming she's a young lady. It sounds like her and this guy both got involved with each other while they both were still in different relationships.
Yeah.
And at some point they decided, to see if the other situations could work out first. Her guy was abusive, and it sounds like his girl wasn't that in love with him. But they decided to see where those relationships went first. In the midst of all this, her guy gets her pregnant. They finally break up. And then he finally realizes that his girl is really not that into him. So now that, they kind of see it as fate that they found each other on Instagram and talking again. But she's evidently still pregnant.
By the
ex.
By the ex, yeah.
And she hasn't told this guy. She's talking to him, but she has not told him that she's pregnant. So she wants to know, she was planning on keeping the baby, but it sounds like her mom might want her to, give it up for adoption because it sounds like she's far enough now that there is going to be a baby.
Yeah.
And she wants some advice. And I feel like that this might be a younger person because, mom is involved. There's multiple relationships, but they sound kind of younger, like younger people.
But if they really love each other, I don't think he's gonna mind that she's pregnant. You know what I mean?
I agree. I don't think it would mind, and if he does mind, then maybe he's just not that into her.
Yeah.
People, when you're younger, you do things and things happen. So, if you're really in love with each other and it's really, you feel like it's fate that brought you guys back together. But it sounds like also too, you might want to, while y'all talking and maybe dating, y'all want to kind of give each other some space to heal from these previous relationships.
Yeah.
Because they sound like the previous relationships both weren't healthy. Her relationship was abusive. And it sounded like his relationship, whoever he was with wasn't supporting him. So, I think the hardest thing about relationships is for some reason we have caught in our mind that we have to jump out of one right into another. Sometimes you just need time to heal. So maybe you being pregnant is a good thing and you need to meditate, take some time for you and the baby and decide what that looks like. And then you can offer what you expect your future to look like to him.
Yeah. So that's counseling 101. That was a long one. She pulled her heart out on that post.
Well, it sounds like she got a lot going on. And if you're still home with mom, then maybe you should be talking to your mom a little bit.
No age was mentioned on there.
No age was mentioned.
Young in the young person.
It sounded like a young person.
Yeah.
The fact that she could say they were, and it sounded like, do you guys have commitment issues?
Yeah.
Because if y'all were dealing with each other and both were in separate committed relationships.
Yeah.
That sounds like you both had a lot going on and y'all both need to work on self-healing first.
Yeah.
And then if you can still maintain your friendship through that, true love lasts through everything. So the baby is definitely not an issue. How you explain it to him. Sometimes people will feel more betrayed by the fact that you didn't think enough of him to tell him right away.
Yeah.
That could cause a problem.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, babe?
Yeah, that's a rough one there. But I think, my opinion on that, they got to figure it out.
They got to figure it
out. That's rough.
Well, the first thing she needs to figure out is to tell him
that she pregnant.
Yeah, because right there he could feel betrayed.
Yeah, that's what the main thing to that is. She need to right from the jump just lay it all on the line, and then that way you'll know which way things gonna go. Right. Ain't no need of hiding it. because eventually you gotta tell them in. But just come out right out the gate, boom, boom, boom. And if you want to stay, stay. If not, then that's it. Done
But make
deal.
sure you make sure. I'm not doubting, and I don't think anybody's doubting that either one of you guys' previous relationships are over.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is there's still a healing process.
Yeah.
People all never realize that anything that dies out need a person who was involved in it needs time to heal before they move on to something new.
Mm-hmm. Would you recommend therapy to her?
Oh, absolutely. It's never nothing wrong with going to therapy in any situation, even if you only do it for a time frame, 90 days, 6 months.
Yeah.
Just to process through some things. And you might find that when you get there, you might want to process through some other things.
Well, I know that was let us know y'all opinion on that. I did post a question. That's gonna be our third question I just posted, but y'all can look at it. So by the time we get to it, you'll have any comments you want to put in. But we're gonna get to number 2 right here. Number 2. Okay. The topic, the subject line. Okay, my wife named our son after her first love, and I had no idea. That's the topic. That's the subject. This is a post from one of our groups there, and basically I'm gonna break it down. Here we go, right there. I'm gonna read it exactly like they wrote it. This is my throwaway account because she know my main account. So this is the guy speaking. So he's, I guess, just made up another account so he could post this to get other people in. But this is the guy talking. My son is 5. About 2 days ago, we were out shopping and ran into a high school friend of hers. She was catching up when she told her friend that we had a son. When the old friend asked his name, my wife hesitated, and then I told her his name. The high school friend had a strange look on her face, then said, "You mean like your ex-boyfriend?" And our son's name is very unique to the point that I've never met another person with the same name. Now she refuses to talk to me about it. I feel betrayed and disgusted with her. It's like a switch was flipped. My mind, a switch was flipped on my mind, in my mind, and I just can't look at her the same. So to sum it up, his wife named their son after her ex boyfriend, I guess from high school, because so that's based. And he didn't know about it. He didn't know that was her ex's name. So, what you think about that?
No, you go first on this one, my brother.
Huh?
You go first. I went first the last time.
Well, yeah. Well, now it all depends. One thing I would probably say is that, okay, it is possible before she met you that she was in love, because a lot of people fall in love with somebody from high school. Now, if it was a situation where something happened to him and he died, and then of course she moved on, then met him. So yeah, she was in love with him. I mean, that's one reason why in her, her mind, she would name the son after him. So if that's the case, it's still kind of funny, but it's still like no threat because he's already passed away. And she was, I guess, in love with him. He probably was like her first love, or something like that. Maybe the one that, the virginity and all that. So it could be something real special there. So, but now that's one angle on it. Now another angle, which probably would borderline on like what he's saying would be disrespectful, is if they just broke up and he's still around and she's still in love with him that much that she gonna name another man's son after him, then that ain't right. That ain't right. That's dirty. That's kind of dirty. I mean, even if you ain't want to name it after your husband, just name it something neutral. That's neither way. Or worst case scenario, combine it, and into something. But don't, yeah, that's kind of that's my opinion on it. Because you never get when people put up stuff, you never get the whole story, on stuff.
There's always
you never
your
get the whole
side,
story.
my side, and the truth.
Yeah.
I think where people mess up at is when he asked her she should have just told him the truth and cleared the air. He probably still would be a little upset with her, but he probably would be able to move past it. But because she paused on the conversation and is not communicating, what the deal was.
Yeah.
And and it depends on how many years later too. Like if this was her high school sweetheart and you talking about 30 and 40-year-old people, and evidently this person's name is such a unique name, it could really just mean something amazing in her mind. And she thought he was such a good person. And friends aren't no good either. Because here she is running into one of her old friends, and I'm sure it was a female, because only females do shady, gatey stuff like this. And she goes, like your ex-boyfriend, knowing this woman is standing there with her husband and hesitated to tell her. So she made herself look guilty in this one. I'm sorry. Women, I'm always team, let's get right. But on this one, the wife does look a little shady. And I don't think, I get his frustration, but we got to stop making mountains out of molehills. You got to pick and choose your argument. The child is 5. He's already here. Solve the problem. Either y'all want to change his name, you know what I mean? Or maybe dad got to start calling him by his middle name because the first name he feels disrespectful about. But solve the problem. Running off into your separate corners and letting emotions grow off of something that is already done. That's, like they say, you can't cry over spilled milk. The milk is spilled. The child is 5. This is his name. Just tell your husband what it was when you did it, because she could feel different about it now that he's 5. Yeah. You know what I mean? She probably thought it was something cool when she was pregnant. And then as, the kids start growing up, she like, Dad, what did I do? So she might already have some guilt attached to the situation. People, you got to talk it out.
And online, in the group where he posted that, you got a lot of different responses. Like, it's just a name. You should break up with him. Disrespectful. People put funny memes in there.
But you can't. I don't think you should.
She should have talked about this before.
Yeah,
and
agree.
Maybe feeling would be different. Yeah. I really think about that. Yeah, because that's his son, 5 years old. So if she had been feeling that way, she should have said, "What would you mind?"
Yeah, I said that. In her mind.
But I don't know. I wouldn't really go for it. I say, well. Of
course you wouldn't went for it.
Yeah, nah.
But my point is, the child.
That's your son. I mean, that's not like she had the
baby before you got there.
It was his son.
Right.
That's your son. She named another dude.
Well, but that's what I'm saying though. So at this point, solve the problem. You got a whole 5-year-old kid. This ain't an infant. I mean, you can even still change a 5-year-old kid's name.
Yeah.
So solve the problem. I don't think it's worth getting a divorce over because she married you. So y'all must be in love. And people always quick to throw the D word out there. Most of the time, and I hate to be disrespectful, and y'all gonna get mad at me. A person who is so quick to throw the D word out there probably has never been married or had a bitter marriage. Either or. Because, the kid is 5. How y'all think the kid feels?
Yeah.
He gonna have his own problems when he found out what happened. But I understand him being upset and not trusting her now. But I think that just needs to have a conversation. And wifey, you need to tell him what the deal is. And you definitely had some explaining to do after whoever that chick was, because I know it was a woman. She is not your friend.
Yeah.
That is terrible.
Crazy.
But this is real life stuff that's happening to people, you guys.
Yeah.
So y'all can put your comments below.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Hey, and we got one last question. We're not gonna hold you guys long. We got one more to go. That's the one I put in the chat. You want to read it, or you want me to read it?
I can read it.
This is number 3. This is our final. Let's talk about it situation. Let's roll it.
My ex and I live together, and he's been with this new woman for not even 4 months yet. But every time she comes over, he starts treating me horribly. do you think she's compelling him to do so? Because every time I walk in the living room where they are, God forgive me for laughing, she looks at me and then gives him a big kiss and hug. And yet this woman is still married. So,
break it down.
In summary,
break it down.
In summary,
just break it down so it forever be broken.
There's a woman and a man that used to be in a relationship, and evidently they turned their relationship into a living ship, meaning for financial reasons, probably the reason why they still living together.
But they're not a couple because
they're not a couple.
Okay.
So basically, they're roommates.
But they used to be ex.
But they used to be involved.
Yeah.
And now he thinks it's okay to bring his new woman over
to the house.
While she's there.
Where him and his ex live together.
And this woman is married.
And the one he's seeing is married. And she's saying that he's cool and they're nice and they get along when they're by themselves. Mm-hmm. But when he brings her over, he starts acting crazy toward her.
So you want to speak on this first?
Yeah. Yeah. First thing first. He should be trying to get up out of there as quick as he can. He shouldn't even feel comfortable still living with his ex. Because how's he going to feel if she bring a dude over there? You know what I mean? But and then even if for money or whatever he can't get into a new place, he still shouldn't. Number one, I would feel uncomfortable bringing a female over there with my ex and I'm living with her. And even the woman should feel uncomfortable going over there. You know, she should feel uncomfortable even going over there.
People, what happened to hotels and motels? Like, if it was that serious and y'all needed to be together, why didn't y'all go out? What is wrong with people?
Cause look, if you think about it, that's the recipe for a bad thing. Cause
somebody drinking that night.
Cause he's treating the ex bad when she come over. All she gotta do is make a phone call to the lady's husband and tell him that she fool around with him.
Right.
And then the whole thing gonna blow up. Because the ex gonna call and blow up the spot.
Well, and not only that, is it kids watching this craziness happen? Like, I think a lot of times as adults, when we bring kids into situations, we forget that they are watching. Like, how disrespectful are you? And evidently, y'all must stay in separate rooms. So why not just take her in your room?
She shouldn't be in the house.
She shouldn't be in the house.
Because the ex already know too much information. Yeah. The ex already know that she married. So the ex already know too much. So
can we talk about the women in the world that belittles themselves enough? Like the married woman, how are you? I guess maybe the thing is her relationship is already ruined. Even though she married, their relationship must not be working out. So now she glad to go and create problems in somebody else's house.
Yeah.
These bitter baddies out here, man, y'all gotta be careful what y'all involving yourselves with.
That's the best case scenario that is that, but if it's just that she's just straight up fooling and the husband don't know, it's all color kind of problem. He coming over there, they fighting and it's yeah.
But and the other part is, as a man, how can you let somebody shift how you treat another woman? I always was told growing up that you want to pay attention to how a man treats his mother. That's how he'll treat you. So if that was your mother, would you be okay with a guy bringing his new girlfriend in your mama house? Like you got... like you gotta put yourself in the other person's shoes.
Yeah.
And how would that married woman feel if she came in home and caught her husband on the couch with another lady?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
pretty sure,
stuff. So she wants to know if this lady is
how he feel. Another dude come over there to see her. He walking around like a baby boy in his boxer shorts and in the kitchen cooking breakfast.
Yeah.
And he there. How he feel? You know what I'm saying?
And women, we gotta stop being so focused on each other. She sounds like she's a little upset with this lady, or like she's like, is she forcing him to do this? No. He's a grown man. She did not force him to bring her over to your place. And even if she did, I guess from the other perspective, because I like to give both perspective. From his perspective, he probably treats you a little disrespectful to make sure he's convincing her that you guys are not still together or fooling around. Sounds stupid, but it's true.
And we said that was gonna be the last one. Well, I got a bonus one. 20 we said we was gonna make it 30 minutes, so it wouldn't be too long. We got 25, we got 4 minutes left, and should be a real quick one.
No, ain't none of them quick.
Last one, and then we're gonna let y'all go because I know y'all gotta get your grieve on. Everybody got their stimulus money or go out and ball out of control, blah 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 blah. Oh, I forgot we still stuck in. Anyway, last question. And then we're going to let you guys go. Don't forget, we definitely got a new banger coming out tomorrow at 7 p.m. We're going to remind you that in a second. Okay, here's it. Would anyone take back their fiance after they had left them on their wedding day?
Ooh.
That's our last and final question.
Now,
your fiance left you on the wedding day. You got to go first because I did the last one.
I was on it. I'm on it.
Let's get it.
First, in TV world, this happens a lot. In real life, if your fiance left you on the wedding day and somebody didn't die, or
now realize this question, they didn't specify whether it was at, because there's a difference between getting left at the altar and on wedding day before you get up.
It doesn't matter.
The ultimate disrespect is at the altar.
It doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter.
On the wedding day. It's still the wedding day. Everything is planned and paid for.
Yeah.
Because you're an event planner. Yeah. So there's no refunds on it. So
no.
let's take it for if someone hired you for an event, well by the time it's a wedding, by the time the wedding, everything is already paid for. So ain't no refunds on that. No. Your fees are paid.
Right.
So if they don't go through with the wedding, that ain't on you as an event planner.
Right. We ain't talking about from that perspective.
No, I'm just saying.
We talking about this poor person. They didn't say if they were a man or a woman.
Well, did you answer yet? I got my answer ready. All right. No. We got.
Would anyone take back their fiance after they left them on their wedding day?
Yeah.
My short answer, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, would probably be no.
For no reason.
Because
no family emergency.
Now that's what I'm saying. It's one thing if somebody died or it was already emotional getting down the aisle, because some people put way more pressure on getting married than others. But I would say no. And maybe that's in my feelings kind of answer. I mean, unless y'all was talking about y'all know y'all still in love, they didn't cheat or anything like that. They just got nervous and y'all want to go to the courthouse, but I would definitely never try to walk down the aisle with them again. What's your answer, babe?
I would say the only way it would go down again would be if the reason was like an emergency. That would be like your mother got in a car wreck the night before, or it would have to be a real your kids got hurt. No. It would have to be a major emergency.
I'm trying to tell you, it don't sound like that.
If it's because I'm too nervous, I got cold feet, anything other than a major emergency, it would be a no.
Yeah. And they weren't drunk.
Because like you say, by that time, people done kicked out, the money and everything too.
You done kicked out the money.
Yeah.
Y'all done talked about it. You done planned events all the way up until that time. Your families are involved. Like, what kind of answer can you give a person, whether it's you left them at the altar? And I watch a lot of wedding shows. And in watching my wedding shows, I have seen so many different things. And like this one I watched, I can't think of it right now, but basically this lady had like 5 or 6 fiancés. And this, I think it was like the 7th guy was the one. And she still left him at the altar. And her thing, it ended up being, of course, those other guys wasn't the one, so it was right, but she just didn't know how to tell them no. She didn't want to marry them. So at the wedding day, she just couldn't go through with the commitment. So with the seventh guy, she was on her way down the aisle and she had, I guess, bad anxiety. So somebody made a noise in the church that distracted her, freaked her out, and she ran out the church. And then a couple of weeks went by, and of course she went back and apologized, and she told him, listen, let's just have a private wedding. I do want to marry you, but I want to have a private wedding. So it wasn't nobody else involved, or anything like that. But I would think the answer would have to be no. Like, unless you absolutely
that's your final answer,
know that this person is the love of your life and there's nobody else out there and they just screwed up. But do they do that with everything? Like, when other stuff is happening, do they just run? Do you want to be married to somebody like that? That's tough.
Well, we're going to wrap this up, you guys. And like I say, thank for all the people that have joined live and anybody watching the replay. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel so you get all the notifications.
Jump in our group.
Every Friday, Tuesday, we're going to have a brand new vlog for you. Tomorrow is Friday, 7 p.m. It should be a world premiere coming up, so make sure you guys watch that. And we're going to let you guys go. We out here. Peace.